Wang Lin uses a terrifying secret corpse to manipulate both Allheaven and the corpse sect, while an even more horrifying existence may be awakening behind the scenes. The episode is driven by tension-hidden schemes and overwhelming cosmic danger. Battle scrolls. A sharp light flashed through Wang Lin's eyes. He raised his right hand, and the 3 battle scrolls immediately flew into his grasp. His divine sense spread outward. With his understanding of the battle scrolls, he instantly determined whether they were genuine. Now that you have taken the battle scrolls, may I leave? Li Yunzi had personally handed over the Zhan family's most treasured possessions. To him, this humiliation was almost unbearable. Yet he understood clearly that even if he refused, Wang Lin would still obtain them in the end. He had no choice. If another divine emperor stood here today, then even if Li Yunzi offended them at worst, he would only be imprisoned. They would not dare kill him. After all, he came from Allheaven. To the Alliance, Allheaven was an extremely mysterious existence. That mystery alone would have given Li Yunzi room to maneuver. Very few people within the Alliance truly understood Allheaven. In the same way, Allheaven also did not fully understand the Alliance. But Wang Lin was different. He knew Allheaven too well. He had once been the Thunder Celestial. To him, Allheaven was not mysterious at all, and that was only secondary. The most important reason was Li Yunzi's understanding of Wang Lin himself. He knew Wang Lin was ruthless, decisive, and fearless. If Wang Lin truly intended to kill him, he would never imprison him and leave behind hidden dangers. Wang Lin would strike without hesitation. Once he acted, Li Yunzi would have no chance of survival. Because of this, Li Yunzi could only compromise. Though his heart bled endlessly, he still had to surrender the battle scrolls. After putting the scrolls away, Wang Lin's eyes shone faintly as he spoke slowly. I can overlook the matter of you insulting my status as Divine Emperor. However, there is still a personal matter I wish to discuss with Senior Li Yunzi. Li Yunzi's heart sank. He stared at Wang Lin and clenched his teeth tightly. You already took the battle scrolls. I have already paid the price. What else do you want? Wang Lin remained calm. You once claimed that I took an important treasure of your Zhan family. About this matter, you should give me an explanation. His gaze locked onto Li Yunzi. Wang Lin wanted to kill him, but doing so would only worsen the relationship between Allheaven and the Four Divine Sects. Killing Li Yunzi did not fit Wang Lin's plans against Tuo Sen. More importantly, if the relationship between the Four Divine Sects and Allheaven deteriorated further, the ones who would truly benefit would be the Corpse Sect and the Alliance. Qing Shui was very likely within the Alliance headquarters. There was also the kindness once shown by the old Divine Emperor. Because of all these intertwined reasons, Wang Lin could not kill Li Yunzi for the moment. Li Yunzi suppressed his fury once more. What exactly do you still want? Wang Lin spoke slowly. The Ten Lu Fu. You! Popping sounds erupted from Li Yunzi's body. The rage inside him had reached its limit. His body trembled violently. Several times he forcefully suppressed his anger before finally calming down. At last he let out a long breath. After giving you another batch, I only have 6 Lu Fu remaining. There are no more. 6 is all I can give. Li Yunzi gritted his teeth so hard they almost cracked. Wang Lin smiled faintly and nodded. 6 is enough. You must also give me the jade containing the method to control them. Li Yunzi closed his eyes. His right hand reached into the void. 6 Lu Fu carrying a heavy scent of blood emerged from empty space. Along with them came a jade slip. With a sweep of Wang Lin's sleeve, the 6 Lu Fu vanished into his storage bag. He grabbed the jade slip, checked it briefly, then stored it away. I am leaving. Li Yunzi turned and prepared to depart. He could not remain within the Vermilion Bird Divine Sect any longer. Do not leave so quickly. Wang Lin raised his right hand and another jade slip flew toward Li Yunzi. There is something I must trouble you to deliver to Senior Master Flamespark. Li Yunzi frowned. His divine sense swept through the jade slip. Instantly his expression changed drastically. He lifted his head, his eyes shining brightly. This matter. Wang Lin merely smiled without explaining further. If Senior Master Flamespark is interested, he may come to the Vermilion Bird Divine Sect to find me. Li Yunzi carefully stored the jade away. Then he looked at Wang Lin once more. He suddenly realized that he could no longer see through this man standing before him. After a long sigh, he turned and quickly left. My Zhan family's treasures cannot remain in the hands of outsiders. Wang Lin, one day, I will reclaim them all. If I do not kill you, then I am not Li Yunzi. Li Yunzi rushed out from the cultivation planet and sped away into the starry sky. However, the information inside this jade slip from Wang Lin is truly heaven-shaking. I must deliver it to Master Flamespark immediately. If it is true, then it is simply too terrifying. Li Yunzi had already decided to leave. Every moment he stayed here filled him with unbearable humiliation. He reached his right hand forward and pulled an object out from a spatial crack. It was a black stone. The moment it appeared in his hand, he crushed it into powder. The powder did not scatter. Instead, it rapidly condensed around Li Yunzi like a long black thread wrapping around his body. In an instant, his speed increased several times over. He disappeared without a trace. Several days later, Li Yunzi finally left the eastern region, controlled by the Four Divine Sects. Moving at full speed, he charged toward the northern territories ruled by Allheaven. On the second day after entering the northern region, while he continued flying forward, a beam of light suddenly shot toward him. The light moved with terrifying speed. It carried earth-shattering force as it pierced directly toward Li Yunzi. Li Yunzi's expression changed drastically. He tried to dodge, but with his cultivation, he was completely unable to avoid the incoming attack. The beam pierced straight through his chest. He did not even have time to use a spell or activate a treasure. Li Yunzi coughed out blood violently. His body immediately collapsed. His origin soul fled in terror and shock. Seeing that the ray of light still refused to stop, panic filled him completely. His right hand reached forward, and a 100-foot-wide sphere of blood suddenly appeared. It was a Lufu blood sphere. The instant it emerged, Li Yunzi roared, "Explode!" The blood sphere detonated instantly. The violent shockwave collided against the incoming light. Borrowing that brief moment, Li Yunzi burned his origin soul essence and fled desperately. Yet a red line had already begun spreading outward from the wound in his chest, rapidly covering his body. A strange smile appeared on Li Yunzi's face, but his eyes were filled with terror. Poison. This is Corpse Sect poison. Allheaven possessed extensive intelligence regarding the Corpse Sect's methods. Li Yunzi was one of Allheaven's most powerful cultivators. Naturally, he recognized the poison immediately. Fear seized his heart completely. Li Yunzi fled like a madman. Only after he disappeared into the distance did a figure slowly appear. The man wore blue robes. His appearance was handsome and refined. He quietly looked toward the direction Li Yunzi escaped before shaking his head lightly. To use poison extracted from Situ Nan in order to ambush a junior, this matter. He sighed softly. Forget it. The two of us owe Wang Lin far too much. The man vanished without a trace. For now, let us set aside the matter of Li Yunzi. After Li Yunzi left the Vermilion Bird Divine Sect, the woman from the Corpse Sect presented her gifts. After expressing the Corpse Sect's intention to form an alliance with the Four Divine Sects, she prepared to leave as well. However, Wang Lin invited her to remain and attend the coronation ceremony several days later. Just as the woman rose to excuse herself, Wang Lin suddenly asked, "Fellow cultivator Li, the Corpse Sect specializes in corpses as companions. You must possess deep knowledge regarding all corpse types under heaven. I wonder, what is considered the finest corpse body?" The beautiful woman's eyes lit up. She was extremely interested in this new divine emperor, especially after witnessing how he forced Li Yunzi into humiliation earlier. Her opinion of Wang Lin had changed greatly. With a faintly seductive smile, she pursed her lips. Since the divine emperor asks, this little woman will naturally answer in detail. The number one corpse body should be the bizarre reverse 5 elemental corpse. A flirtatious expression appeared on her face as she explained. This bizarre reverse 5 elemental corpse is not an actual corpse. It is naturally formed by the heavens under extremely special conditions. The body itself contains the 5 elements, yet outside the body there are also 5 elements. Because of this, an extremely strange transformation of natural law occurs. Wang Lin nodded thoughtfully. So it is like this. Originally, I believed the information I received about a certain corpse truly referred to the #1 corpse in the world. I intended to ask fellow cultivator Li to examine it. But since that is the case, then forget it. The beautiful woman's eyes brightened further. Oh, what kind of corpse could make the divine emperor so confident? Wang Lin wasted no time. With a wave of his sleeve, a jade slip flew toward her. The woman caught it with a smile. At first, she did not care much about the contents. In her eyes, no matter how rare the corpse Wang Lin sought, the corpse sect certainly possessed it. Their sect even owned several bizarre reverse 5 elemental corpses. Moreover, when she claimed the bizarre reverse 5 elemental corpse ranked first, that was only something told to outsiders. Within the corpse sect existed 7 corpses, even more terrifying than the bizarre reverse 5 elemental corpse. She casually swept the jade slip with her divine sense. But in the very next instant, her right hand trembled violently. Her expression immediately became serious. Then that seriousness shattered, completely replaced by overwhelming shock and terror. Her right hand became unstable as she tightly gripped the jade slip. Her face flushed red. Even her breathing became uneven. She staggered backward several steps and remained frozen for a long time. It was not because her mental state was weak. Rather, the information inside the jade slip was simply too shocking. Forget her. Even if the corpse sect's sect master personally saw this information, they would lose their mind with madness and excitement. This, she suddenly lifted her head and stared at Wang Lin. Even her words became incoherent. No language could describe the shock and excitement erupting within her heart. It was as though countless heavenly thunderbolts had exploded inside her mind. Wang Lin calmly accepted the tea handed over by a sect disciple behind him. After taking a slow sip, he looked at the beautiful woman and spoke softly. I wonder what rank this corpse would be. The beautiful woman struggled to suppress the shock surging through her heart. After a long silence, she slowly spoke. This corpse. What I saw was only the divine sense imprint of the divine emperor. Unless I personally see the true corpse, it will be difficult for this little woman to determine its origin. Yet, the image inside the jade continued to appear within her mind. Her heartbeat could not calm down. Oh, Wang Lin gently blew across the hot tea in his hand. His expression remained calm as he said slowly, So that's the case. Then forget it. I never placed too much hope on this matter anyway. Whether I know the answer or not makes little difference. The beautiful woman's expression immediately changed. She quickly asked did the divine emperor also give Li Yunzi the same jade. Wang Lin casually took a sip of tea. Correct. The beautiful woman lowered her head in thought for a moment. Then she raised her eyes toward Wang Lin. There was now a trace of respect hidden within them. This matter is too important. I cannot decide immediately. However, Divine Emperor, please allow me 7 days. Within 7 days, I will definitely give you an answer. Wang Lin placed the teacup down and smiled faintly. Fellow cultivator Li need not worry. I only discovered this corpse by chance, but I was unable to retrieve it myself. That is why I asked fellow cultivator Li to help identify it. The beautiful woman was extremely clever. After calming herself, she naturally understood that Wang Lin had not casually abandoned this jade. Hidden beneath it was a deeper intention. Furthermore, Wang Lin had clearly prepared these jades in advance. He first gave one to Li Yunzi, then another to her. After hesitating briefly, she cautiously spoke again. I fear I will not be able to attend the Divine Emperor's coronation ceremony. I shall take my leave first. Wang Lin did not try to stop her. He simply watched as Li Yingzhi left the great hall. Her body transformed into a ray of light and vanished into the distance. Wang Lin silently withdrew his gaze. The bait had already been released. Now all that remained was to see whether Allheaven and the corpse sect would take it. They will definitely be tempted. Wang Lin turned around and looked toward Mo Zhi with a smile. He stood up. The armor and cloak around him disappeared without a trace. Once again, he wore only a simple white robe. He clasped his hands toward Mo Zhi and smiled. "Brother Mo, it has been many years since we last met. Yet you still appear unchanged." Mo Zhi also stood up and returned the greeting. A trace of melancholy appeared on his face as he sighed softly. "I'm afraid nearly 1,000 years have passed since our last meeting." Memories surfaced within Wang Lin's eyes as well. He let out a quiet sigh. "Brother Mo, our reunion today was predestined. You and I must discuss the Tao once more. I still remember that rainy night." Mo Zhi smiled and nodded. Together the two walked out from the hall. Outside the volcano, where Wang Lin cultivated space, suddenly distorted. Wang Lin stepped forward from the ripple with Mo Zhi following closely behind. Black smoke continuously rose from the volcano below. Wang Lin sat down upon the ground. He slapped his storage bag and took out 2 bottles of wine. After tossing one toward Mo Zhi, Wang Lin raised his own bottle and drank deeply. "The rain is born in the heavens and dies upon the earth. The process in between is life." Those words have remained within my heart all these years. Mo Zhi caught the bottle and sat beside him. His eyes carried traces of reminiscence as he smiled faintly. "When I was still part of the Alliance, my teacher ordered me to guard planet Suzaku. On that rainy night, I suddenly felt something stir within my heart. So I went out for a walk. Unexpectedly, I encountered Brother Wang there. Even if I had not given you guidance back then, Brother Wang would still have comprehended the life and death domain sooner or later." Wang Lin slowly shook his head. "Sometimes there is only the slightest difference between understanding and not understanding. No matter how much one contemplates it, it feels as though an invisible barrier blocks the path ahead. No matter how hard you struggle, enlightenment will not come." Mo Zhi took another drink and spoke sincerely. "When I met Brother Wang again inside the Suzaku tomb, I originally wished for Brother Wang to become the Lord of planet Suzaku. Yet it seems I greatly underestimated you." He looked toward Wang Lin and smiled. "By our 3rd meeting, Brother Wang had already become the Vermilion Bird Divine Emperor. I truly feel happy for you." The two continued drinking as they spoke of the past. 1,000 years of memories slowly unfolded between them. Time quietly flowed by. It felt as though they had once more returned to that ancient temple beneath the rain-filled night. Brother Wang's life and death domain has already reached completion and transformed into something entirely new. Your current domain is beyond my comprehension. However, my teacher once said that all domains are closely tied to the cultivator's state of mind. When the heart changes, the domain changes as well. Perhaps these words may help Brother Wang. As the two discussed the Tao, the night gradually passed. At dawn, Mo Zhi finally rose to say farewell. He did not remain for Wang Lin's coronation ceremony. Instead, he departed immediately carrying the 4 pieces of jade Wang Lin had entrusted to him. The information contained within those 4 jades was enough to shake the entire alliance. Mo Zhi had to deliver them to his master as quickly as possible, and afterward pass them to the other 3 great alliance factions. As for the country of Chu Yun, Wang Lin's vague hints had already allowed Mo Zhi to understand certain things. Naturally, he would not permit his teacher to become entangled within this matter. After Mo Zhi left, even more people arrived to congratulate Wang Lin. Yet Wang Lin met none of them. Time quickly passed. Soon the day of the coronation ceremony finally arrived. On that day, the entire Vermilion Bird Divine Sect overflowed with excitement and celebration. Elders and disciples from the other 3 divine sects all came to witness the ascension of the new divine emperor. The ceremony itself was extremely tedious, yet it was an ancient tradition. It lasted for an entire day before finally ending. Afterward, the guests from the other 3 sects gradually departed, and the Vermilion Bird Divine Sect slowly returned to its usual state. Large numbers of disciples once more immersed themselves in cultivation. As for the elders, they had already learned of the plan to rescue the Azure Dragon Divine Emperor. One after another, they entered closed-door cultivation to preserve themselves in peak condition. After all, rescuing the Azure Dragon Divine Emperor was a matter of utmost importance. At this moment, Wang Lin appeared at the edge of the burning starfield belonging to the Vermilion Bird Divine Sect. Floating before him was an origin soul. The origin soul belonged to a middle-aged man. He looked toward Wang Lin with eyes filled with kindness and satisfaction. "You are very good. Among all the people I have encountered during the remainder of my life, you are not the most talented. Yet you are the one who leaves me most at ease. I can safely entrust the Vermilion Bird Divine Sect to your hands." Wang Lin remained silent. The middle-aged man softly sighed. "Unfortunately, I no longer have much time remaining. If I had more time, I am confident I could have passed down the complete inheritance to you. What a pity." He slowly shook his head. "I fear that I may never return from this journey to the Alliance headquarters. But regardless of the price I will obtain, that Rain Celestial Realm crystal. Right now, 90% of my origin soul is here. I will go absorb all the avatars I scattered across the world. I have left 10% of my origin soul within my physical body. Once I obtain the crystal, I will use a secret origin soul transfer technique to send it back to my true body." The middle-aged man looked directly at Wang Lin. "After you obtain the crystal, if you can save the Azure Dragon Divine Emperor, then save him. But if it cannot be done, then place your own survival first." His tone resembled a man arranging matters after death. "With that white flame protecting it, my body will not decay for 3,000 years. Every 100 years, you must cultivate beside my body and absorb the fire origin energy stored within it. It will greatly aid your cultivation. Remember this well." He paused briefly before continuing. "However, if a life and death crisis truly arrives, then do not hesitate because of my corpse. Use the 9 mysterious transformations and detonate my body. Perhaps it may allow either you or the Vermilion Bird Divine Sect to survive the disaster." The middle-aged man slowly turned his gaze toward the endless burning starfield around him, then toward the distant planets of the Vermilion Bird Divine Sect. Melancholy and reluctance filled his face. "Wang Lin, I am leaving now. I will also search for news regarding your senior brother, Xianxia." Kindness filled his eyes as he gently placed his right hand atop Wang Lin's head. "I only hope you will not resent me for leaving behind such a terrible situation for you to handle." He deeply looked at Wang Lin one final time before turning around and slowly walking away. At this moment he appeared exceptionally calm and elegant, as though countless years of burden had finally been lifted from his shoulders. As he walked forward, his voice slowly echoed through the starfield. "My name is Lu Yun. I was born within the ancient world of key refiners. I became the alchemy boy of the 4th generation Vermilion Bird Divine Emperor. I remain forever grateful to the 4th Divine Emperor for not abandoning me and for teaching me the methods of key cultivation. At the age of 1327, I achieved small accomplishments in key refining. I followed the Divine Emperor and witnessed the glory of my Vermilion Bird Divine Sect. At the age of 2945, I became an elder of the Vermilion Bird Divine Sect. At the age of 4760, I became one of the head elders and survived my first Heaven's Blight. At the age of 6215, I received the Vermilion Bird Mark and achieved my first awakening. I defeated all others who had awakened and became the strongest among them. At the age of 7912, with the assistance of the 4th Vermilion Bird Divine Emperor, I completed my second awakening. From that day onward, I was chosen as the future Divine Emperor, the young master of the Vermilion Bird Divine Sect. At the age of 11,463, the Tattoo clan invaded from beyond the outer realms and threw the world into chaos. My Vermilion Bird Divine Sect joined the Celestial Realm in battle against the Tattoo clan. Afterward, the 4th Vermilion Bird Divine Emperor departed alongside the other 3 Divine Emperors and journeyed beyond the outside world. Before leaving, he appointed me as the 5th Vermilion Bird Divine Emperor. At that time, with the aid of the 4th Divine Emperor, I had only just survived my second Heaven's Blight. It was then that I learned a heaven-shaking secret concerning our Four Divine Sect. The Four Divine Sect do not originate from this sealed realm. Long ago they came from the world outside. At the same time, I learned that the first divine emperors and earliest members of the Four Divine Sect all originated from a tiny cultivation planet that existed during the era of the ancient celestial realm. That cultivation planet is the root of the Four Divine Sect, and also the road that leads home. That planet has always remained under the control of the Vermilion Bird Divine Sect. The other three sects never objected, because very few people even knew the truth. In order to prepare for every possible disaster in the future, this secret became the deepest secret passed down since the first generation of divine emperors. Even Celestial Emperor Wang Lin never learned of it. After the four divine emperors took control of the brilliant void star system, they created many planets similar to the original one. With those false planets used to mislead outsiders, almost nobody could identify the true planet anymore. Furthermore, the first-generation divine emperors used countless methods to conceal the original planet itself. Because of this, even after endless years passed, no one was able to completely uncover it. However, after thousands of years, something strange suddenly occurred within the celestial realm. At that moment, all living beings beneath the heavens seemed to fall into confusion, as though the entire world had descended into chaos. And I too fell into confusion beneath that unimaginable power for a brief instant. At least, I believed it was only an instant. But in truth, 3 full months had passed, and when I finally regained consciousness after those 3 months, the celestial realm had already collapsed. The new Azure Dragon Divine Emperor refused to listen to my warnings. He went to investigate the celestial realm himself. After that, he never returned. Several hundred more years passed. With the collapse of the celestial realm, the entire brilliant void star system descended into chaos. Then an organization known as the Cultivation Alliance emerged. Behind it, there was the shadow of the brilliant void realm. This Cultivation Alliance somehow obtained most of the inheritances of the Rain Celestial Realm through methods unknown. I originally intended to question them about the whereabouts of the Azure Dragon Divine Emperor, but my third Heaven's Blight arrived far earlier than expected. I was forced into closed-door cultivation, and at that exact moment, the Cultivation Alliance launched its assault upon the Four Divine Sect. The Black Tortoise Divine Emperor betrayed us. Though I heavily injured him, I could not kill him because my third Heaven's Blight had already descended. The White Tiger Divine Emperor died in battle. Even his corpse was taken away. The most laughable thing was that despite the Alliance suffering tremendous losses, they never understood the true reason for the war. They always believed it was a battle for control over the brilliant void star system. What they never knew was that this was never a war for dominion over the star system. They had used some unknown method to turn the Black Tortoise Divine Emperor against us, and through him they discovered the greatest secret of my Four Divine Sect. However, the brilliant Void Realm only learned of the secret itself. They did not know the location of that cultivation planet. The brilliant Void star system was simply too vast. Finding a single cultivation planet within it was almost impossible. Furthermore, the planet had been altered by the 4 first-generation divine emperors. There was nothing abnormal that could expose it. According to the agreement made by the 4 first-generation divine emperors, only the Vermilion Bird Divine Emperor of each generation could know the exact location of that planet. And so the war between the Alliance and the Four Divine Sect began. When the situation became desperate, I did not hesitate to threaten them with the 4 holy treasures. I was willing to pay any price. Yet even with my cultivation, I could not preserve the secret. After all, this matter concerned the life and death of every member of the Four Divine Sect. In the end, I revealed the location of the planet. The brilliant Void Realm was wary of the 4 holy treasures, and the secret I told them involved far too many things. They could not immediately verify whether it was true. Only then did the war against the Four Divine Sect slowly come to an end. I led the remnants of the Four Divine Sect into hiding. But my injuries were too severe. Even so, I was unwilling to die. If I died, the Four Divine Sect would immediately split apart. And more importantly, I had still not found a successor for this secret. I survived through a forbidden spell. I endured the agony of the third heaven's blight that I could not overcome. I lasted for countless years. And now, I am finally about to be free. The figure of the middle-aged man slowly faded into the distance. Yet his voice continued to echo within Wang Lin's mind for a very long time. Wang Lin, remember carefully what I am about to say. This is the deepest secret of my Four Divine Sect. I do not know why the first-generation divine emperors valued it so greatly, but you must remember it well and pass it down. The entire Four Divine Sect originated from a single planet. You may think of it as a door. This door was split into 4 parts by the 4 first-generation divine emperors. Each part was hidden within a separate cultivation planet. Those planets were scattered across different regions. Then, after the ancient celestial realm vanished and the world split into 4 celestial realms, the 4 planets ended up in 4 different star systems. I only revealed one of them to the brilliant void realm. That planet was your birthplace, planet Suzaku. As for the other 3 locations, I do not know whether they have changed nor what they are now called. But remember these 3 star maps. As the middle-aged man spoke, 3 ancient star maps immediately appeared inside Wang Lin's mind. At that moment, Wang Lin was utterly shaken. He never imagined that the Four Divine Sect concealed such a terrifying secret. Even more unimaginable was the fact that planet Suzaku, the world where he had been born, was actually the core reason behind the war between the Cultivation Alliance, the Brilliant Void Realm, and the Four Divine Sect. No wonder one of the old Divine Emperor's avatars remained on planet Suzaku all year long. No wonder Mo Zhi's master forced him to stay on planet Suzaku. I'm afraid his master is no ordinary person. Somehow, he must have noticed traces of this secret. No wonder Liu Mei also appeared on planet Suzaku. Even the Tattoo Clan was on planet Suzaku. Over the past 3 years, Wang Lin had gradually learned many things about the old Divine Emperor's avatar Huanglong. The middle-aged man had already left behind all this information as his figure drifted farther away. Yet suddenly he paused. He turned toward Wang Lin with a gentle smile and softly said, "If the burden becomes too heavy, if the Four Divine Sect no longer has any hope of returning to glory, if the heavens truly wish to destroy my Four Divine Sect," he let out a faint sigh. "Then there is no need to force yourself." After speaking those final words, the middle-aged man took one final step and disappeared completely. Only Wang Lin remained alone within the stars, standing there in a daze. Everything he had just heard had shaken him so deeply that his thoughts became blank. A long time passed before he slowly recovered. At this moment, a ray of light streaked toward the enormous floating palace, belonging to the Thunder Celestial Temple in the western region. Inside that ray of light was a figure, or rather, an origin soul. The origin soul was nearly transparent, covered with countless crimson lines. It was a horrifying sight to behold. A strange smile covered the origin soul's face, as though it were immersed in unbearable pleasure. Yet within its eyes existed only terror and madness. "Master Flamespark, save me!" As he neared the Thunder Celestial Temple, the origin soul released a shrill divine message that echoed across the starry sky. In an instant, numerous figures rushed out from the palace. Leading them was a man cloaked in flames, his white hair dancing wildly behind him. He was the master of the Thunder Celestial Temple, Master Flamespark. He stepped forward and instantly appeared beside the origin soul. His expression immediately turned grave as he formed a seal with one hand and seized the origin soul. His left hand moved rapidly, pointing several times at the soul. Each finger strike sent dense origin energy into it. The crimson lines shrank slightly, but no matter what he did, they could not be expelled from Li Yunzi's body. As the origin energy entered him, Li Yunzi briefly regained clarity and hurriedly said, "While returning, I was ambushed by people from the Corpse Sect. Before he could finish speaking, the crimson line suppressed by the origin energy began struggling violently once more. Li Yunzi's expression froze. That twisted smile appeared again, and the confusion within his eyes returned. Although he failed to finish speaking, every elder present had already heard enough. Their expressions instantly darkened. Corpse Sect. Master Flamespark frowned deeply. He pointed mercilessly between Li Yunzi's eyebrows. Li Yunzi's body trembled violently before clarity returned once more. Master Flamespark shouted. Li Yunzi explained clearly. Why did the Corpse Sect ambush you? The Vermilion Bird Divine Emperor is Wang Lin. He asked me to deliver a jade to you. On my way back, I was ambushed by people from the Corpse Sect and poisoned with Seventh Heaven poison. Although Li Yunzi's cultivation exceeded Situ Nan's, he had still not reached the Nirvana Shatterer stage. Now that his physical body had been destroyed, he lacked Situ Nan's terrifying talent for suppressing poison through other methods. Under countless factors, the poison within him had become incomparably vicious. As he spoke, his right hand struggled to tear through the void before him. A crack appeared and a jade flew out. After doing this, he could no longer suppress the poison inside him. He coughed out a mouthful of essence origin energy and fainted. Master Flamespark caught the jade and immediately scanned it with his divine sense. Even with his mental fortitude, his expression changed drastically. His eyes shone with violent light. This information, it felt as though thunder had exploded inside his mind. He stood frozen in place and subconsciously checked the jade once more to confirm its contents. At that moment, every elder present turned their gaze toward him. Master Flamespark waved his sleeve, sending the jade toward the old man beside him. The old man wore a grave expression as he scanned it with his divine sense. Almost instantly, his face changed dramatically as well. Before long, every elder present had examined the contents of the jade, and every single one of them reacted violently after seeing what was inside. One old man pondered silently before slowly saying, "We cannot determine whether this information is true or false. If someone like this truly escaped, then it would become a catastrophe for the entire Alliance star system. Though this matter does not directly concern us, if the information within this jade is real, then Allheaven would forever lose any hope of occupying the Alliance. We would need to immediately return to Allheaven and establish the strongest defenses possible. If that person enters Allheaven," terror filled the old man's eyes. "This information is most likely false." Another elder coldly snorted. How could such a person possibly exist? According to this jade, even Nirvana Shatterer cultivators like us would be severely injured or even killed with a single finger. It is absurd. Master Flamespark suddenly spoke. Does everyone still remember that moon beast? The elders were all startled. It was as though they had suddenly realized something. However, there is no need to panic excessively. After all, before Master Flamespark could finish speaking, he suddenly stopped. His expression became incomparably respectful, as though he were listening to an unseen voice. The elders showed no surprise upon seeing this strange reaction. Instead, all of them immediately became respectful as well. Moments later, Master Flamespark's expression changed again. Facing westward, he clasped his hands respectfully and said, "As you command." His gaze then swept across everyone present. "Immediately halt all battles against the Alliance. Summon every cultivator at the Nirvana Scryer stage and above to this place. Await my orders after I return from the Four Divine Sect." At the same time, the exact same scene unfolded within the Corpse Sect. Only, compared to Allheaven, the Jade Li Yingji had brought back caused the entire Corpse Sect to descend into complete madness over its contents.